This has to be a movement that captures America. It can't just be a small, tiny fraction of people. It has got to transcend eventually political affiliation, and it's got to transcend what people perceive as possible. And so what I think it has been powerful since the beginning is that we have been uncompromising and unwavering in our platform. That is our North Star. And we talk to people about this agenda that we believe in and meet people where they're at with that. And we find champions in these communities to be able to carry and deliver that message with trust. Our movement has to capture America. It's got to capture as much of our society, of our economy as possible. And so we need all of the creativity, all of the ingenuity of the American people. That means app developers, that means artists, that means organizers that have been doing this for a long time, that means folks getting involved for the very first time. It means maybe someone that doesn't necessarily agree with every single piece of our agenda, but believes in the authenticity of the movement and the collective of people that we're trying to build. And so it's got to transcend eventually not just political affiliation, but people's idea of what's possible. And that only happens when you run on your values, you lean into your integrity, and you truly believe in the potential of every single person that comes into interaction with the campaign or the organization or the issue that you're fighting for. A lot of people say the ends justify the means on the far right and the far left. And I believe wholeheartedly that all of the people along the way are what matter. And the community, the solidarity amongst, I know, our team, but that we've been able to find within this progressive movement is incredibly special and is incredibly powerful. And I think what sustains ourselves beyond actually the tactics of implementing the programs that we're trying to run. And that if we forget about that, if we forget about the people that actually make the work happen, we lose. Train yourself to believe in yourself, even when you don't want to, because I know that my biggest critic is myself. And I think my biggest barrier to success or doing more than I already am is myself. And you have to, I think, acknowledge your feelings and be real with it and allow yourself to recognize that we're all dealing with a lot politically, personally, professionally, and keep going. Because if you don't, it gives permission for other people to not to as well. I think American society tells you that, and it's true, you have to in our country. You have to think about how to put food on the table, how to grow your personal wealth so that you can be successful and afford rent, car insurance, health insurance, all of that stuff. That's how I was before politics. I was graduated high school. Before that, I knew that I wanted to go to California, to go to a university so that I could become an attorney, so that way I could do all of these things to ultimately be successful and be able to support myself and my family. But for me personally, what has given me so much fuel to continuously do this work isn't the success of myself or even honestly Justice Democrats as a brand. It's the people that I get to work with every day. I have never felt more full in being a part of something so much bigger than just yourself. And reminding yourself that there are millions of other people that are going through the same struggles or similar ones or ones that are far worse, and that we still have to care about them and we still have to think about them in the same way that I know that I think about my family. It's just an extension of that. From a preventative perspective, right, we have to, if we want to actually achieve the very things that we all want. If we all say that we want every person in America to have health care, or every single child deserves to go to school, that takes work. That takes intentionality every day, not just from our government or politicians that we put in there to take care of it. It's on us. We have to think about how to build the America that we want and interact with our neighbors and our community and get to work to get it done. Yeah, I don't mean to be cheesy, but in the grand scheme of things, not in the actual mechanics, but failure is not an option for millions of people out there. And so we all have to do our best in whatever time it takes to find it within ourselves to be courageous in this moment. And I believe that you can do it.